All right, good evening again. Hello, Robert, and hello, Mac, Peter, and Rab here with me. Hello to everybody else. Yes. Okay, that's interesting that Krister makes that thing. Okay, it's not important, not part of the stream. Right. Hello, Steve. Yay, back now, yeah. A bit tricky on the phone, I can imagine. Yeah, it's not the best, but anyway. Right, okay, so I need to check outside. I haven't checked outside. We are expecting a handful of guys from the Fly With Me. There we go. There's one of them already. VA. And this is supposed to be a group flight between, well, with Skymatix and Fly With Me. So to all the Fly With Me guys, thank you for the invitation and everything else. I'm not going to worry about that guy. He'll see I'm there. He can either move or we just stay where we are. As easy as that. Okay. We're going to fly from Casablanca to La Palma. And I'm going to show you the thing about the weather I promised you, and we're going to use all this new fancy charts. Man, I feel like Christmas Father was here. I'm really happy with everything that has happened in the last couple of minutes. Right, so there we go. There's the charts already. I'm not going to rush it. We said we're going to have takeoff, after closer to past. So I'm just going to take it easy. But before we go anywhere, I'm going to show you what I promised you. Okay, so I created a little shortcut for myself on Control M. I'm not interested in the Control M function that the default X-Plane does with all those fancy graphs and lines and things that it shows you in terms of the wind and the airflow and things. So I just took that specific key combination because M for METAR, I've got Shift M that brings up the chart already, that thing, that airport navigator. So Shift M can stow that again, and Control M is now my METAR. Okay, so there's a couple of things I just want to run past you again. Number one, X-Plane real world weather is 2 hours behind. You can clearly see it there. It's like, okay, this one is a 1.5 hour difference. You see there, 1600 versus 1730. So the NOAA is obviously the real world weather. That is what VATSIM, IVAO, Pilot Edge, POSCON, anybody is going to give you. That's what you're going to see on Flight Radar. That's when Flight Radar 24, Flight Aware, whatever. That's the actual weather. But because X-Plane is 2 hours behind, and because we live in an X-Plane world, we cannot use that. It is useless to us, especially with the Zibo mod that needs the precision. Okay, you can already see that we have a discrepancy in the QNH, and for us here, hello Bruce, welcome. For us here, what is important is the QNH. All right, if your QNH in the aircraft is not correct, you're going to be either high or low, so you're going to either crash into the ground or you're going to overshoot your runway. Okay, it's as simple as that. There's nothing to it. That's how it works in the real world. You've got to have the correct QNH. And Antonio created this little modification on his already modified NOAA weather plugin, and Antonio, I'm forever grateful. This is amazing. So now I can predetermine what my QNH would be, what it should be. I could just search the ICAO to get that. So this is what I promised you guys to show you. I'm not sure if he's already released it on the GitHub, if you guys can get this already, because I tested it for him this morning quick. So we'll have to see what he says. When it's going to be available, if not already. Okay, and then you guys can get it and obviously just go through the installation process. Not yet. There you go, Antonio. Thank you so much, buddy. This is amazing, eh? I just want to thank you again. So now I feel like I've got everything that I need to fly. All right, there we go. So 1018 is what we have. And the nice thing is now we should be able to go to the map, and we should also be able to go to the FMC as well as the AVI tab, and we should get everything 1018. That is correct. Now if we go to AVI tab, airport, I'll quickly do a refresh. There you can see there is your weather exactly as we have it in the X-plane. So he's populating that for us. Okay, excellent, excellent. Okay, if I don't crash, that's fantastic. Thank you for putting the confidence in me now. All right, so let's quickly look at this one as well. So if we go to the D-Link requests, weather, GMMN, send, and then we'll pick it up now. This should be the same. Let's bring this guy back up on screen. There you go. So 1600 Zulu, that's exactly the one. You see XP12 real weather. So we've got everything working together now. That's amazing. I did, Antonio. Yeah, no, you're welcome. I've been thrown with so many rotten tomatoes over many years. While I warn people, do not use real world sites to read the weather, because when you get into the sim, you're in a different world. Our world where we live in and our world where we fly in are two different worlds, and the guys don't like me telling them that day. So anyway, unfortunately it's now even more relevant, and they just have to live with it. Right, so let's get into setting up. Anybody got questions, suggestions, comments? You're welcome. Shoot when you're ready, eh? Don't mind me. I don't want to talk the whole time. You've got the floor. You can say your say as well. Right. One. On F5. Pelham transition. Perfect. 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 This is a very strange route, I'm telling you. No problem, Krister. Krister, I see here that you've got a file name situation. I don't know where you get that from. I don't have that problem. Mine works as usual. So you might want to give more detail there on Discord. I honestly don't get the same problem as you do. There's our circle and everything is fine. Perfect. Right, you know what I haven't done? I haven't loaded up. I was so eager to get going, I just never loaded up. Could be, Krister. So man, good luck with that. The weather one, yes, that's new. Antonio made it. He's had it around for a while, but the way that it looks now, this configuration, this is brand new. This happened today, and so this is brand new. And guys, please don't worry about asking stupid questions. We're all friends here. Just ask. for everybody that asks a question, there's 20 not asking the same question. So you're actually doing everybody a favor by asking. Never be shy, eh? Sorry, Mac, you wanted to say?
We can't wait for the weather plugin.
For the weather plugin. Oh, that's Peter. Yes, yes. Payload 16.9. It's a game changer. As long as you use it correctly, it's perfect, man. It's wonderful. It's in Discord, but it's not the same one that I have, Christer. He's just answered. If you just scroll up in the comments, he said, hopefully by the weekend he will release it to everybody. I was literally beta testing for him today, and this is also a beta test part of it. So, what he jokingly, I hope he said jokingly that if I don't crash, you know, it will be better. If I crash, I'm going to cry. Okay, but anyway, fuel 6.5.
Ground flight deck hose is connected and starting refueling.
Right, okay.
Oh, that's interesting.
What did you see now?
So I've got to double check something.
Ground to cockpit, can acknowledge, call me through the menu when you're ready.
Why can't I use... Oh. Ah, okay. Yeah.
One of... Sorry, Mac, you done? One of the things I like is, look here, when you scroll in on the airport, look, it actually populates the parking stands for you.
Yeah.
How's that? That is so cool. Makes your taxiing and stuff much easier. Hello, Steve again. Interesting features. Yeah, very nice. Very nice features.
Oh. Okay. Now then, there was something else. Ah.
Hello, Carl, and how are you? Don't have any restrictions, so we can climb.
The one bit I
Ready for
think
pre-flight
they
procedure.
haven't implemented yet is
Trim up.
open.
I do. Hello, Juliana. Yeah, no, Carl, this is a game changer. I've been waiting for it for
Right.
such a long time, man. Go for it, Mac. Tell us.
You can now get the meta as well in Navigraph.
Where?
If you go to the airport bit, if you
Yeah.
could pull up your Navigraph
Got it. Yeah.
on the stream,
Yeah, it's coming.
everybody. Okay, right now, click on the I for the airport,
I did.
and now click on the weather. Go up.
I don't see weather.
Go open airport. Sorry, go to open airport.
Oh, and there's weather.
Ground
Yeah.
flight deck fuel is all loaded up.
Oh,
and you are
that's
good to
cool.
go.
That's cool. Yeah, but now the problem is again.
But you know what that time is, because you've got at the top there, it tells you what time that
Yeah.
meta is.
That's correct, but that will work when you've got X-Plane 11 or FS 2020 or something. X-Plane 12 is
Yeah.
2 hours behind, so it's irrelevant, but a very useful tool for the future. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, very nice. That's really cool. That is really cool.
That's what
Okay.
I said. There is so much to still find in the new Navigraph charts,
Yeah.
people.
Where to click again, Mac?
Sorry?
Where to click again? Where was it?
You go to click on the airport, the I, and then at the bottom, put open airport, and then you can have general runways, weather, or comms under the information bar. I believe it's Noah, Krista.
I think
I
most of
believe
everybody in the sim world uses NOAA. I know there are guys that don't, but then they've got all kinds of other places they find it, obviously. But as far as I know, NOAA is like free, and there you go, open and available.
Yes, Carl, you've obviously had a little delve into it. It's a minefield of information.
Captain Hatch, turn on the fasten seatbelt sign. We do ask that all passengers take your seat at this time and please fasten your seatbelt. Just as a reminder, we cannot leave
Yep,
again until
I've got
certain
it.
items are properly put away. All overhead bins are closed and all
Nice.
passengers are seated.
Yeah, this Mac kind of makes me feel better about us losing Navigraph in the new VA webpage. Because you can still run it as a separate webpage, and you can have it as the app now, and then it's got a whole bunch of information. So the VA website kind of becomes just like a planning tool. That's it. You get your OFP and you walk away. But we can talk about that later. It's not important.
Yeah.
Let me ask these guys how far they are. Hello, Tommy. Hello.
Ground to cockpit, the 2 is driving up now.
before start procedure.
Flight attendants prepare for departure, cross-check and all call, thank you.
Before start procedure.
Hello, Master. How are you? We can't hear you. You're gonna have to.
Hello?
Yeah,
how
there we hear you. Good, and you?
Can you hear me?
All the doors and
Yes.
hatches are closed.
Good. Right, I'm good. Yeah, thanks. How is everyone?
Ready for before start
it's
checklist.
it's really nice, guys, to fly with you. It's an honor.
Yeah.
Because I remember when I started flying, flew with Zibo, my first ever flight. So it's always there in my heart.
Good. Well, thanks for inviting us, and thank you for suggesting the route for us. I see we are quite a few guys here, and I'm ready to go when you are. I've started my APU. I've set up the push, so when you say you're ready, we can go.
Right, we at the moment we have 6 pilots. They're getting ready, and I think we will have some more coming.
Sure.
You know, that's one of them things. People sometimes comes late.
Yeah, of course. Same with us.
But you know, you can't do anything about that.
No. We just love them, and that's all.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, people are really excited. Personally, I'm really excited to fly with you guys.
Good.
I remember a few of you guys. MC Trying, I remember that one.
Yeah.
But it's really honored, guys, to fly with you, especially you guys, and look forward to have fun with you guys.
Excellent. Yeah, enjoy the flight. So
And hopefully,
Hmm?
and hopefully, if things goes well, we'll be glad to do that again, maybe sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, I am not understanding this convention here for the taxi, so I need to get the taxi routes quickly here. Parking stands, let's have a look, see. Right, zoom in. So we're going to take P and T. I'm taking 3-5 right, if that's okay with you.
Go for it, my friend.
P and T.
Right, I'll go back to see the guys,
Sure.
how they're doing, and we'll let you know as soon as I get the info ready.
100%.
Thank you very much.
So there's a new group coming, Nico?
Well, yeah, the VA group is called Fly With Me. It's a new VA. They're busy setting up their systems and stuff for Iveo, and they asked if we could fly with them, and I said, chop, let's go.
Yeah, sure. Well, I'm started my APU, so
Cool.
I don't need a pushback, so ready when you are.
Okay, cool. Right,
By the way, I moved to stand 13 because there was somebody, Portugal plane right there.
Okay. You're right. I think what I'm gonna do is Juliana, yeah, thank you. Lekker livery. I'm gonna start my pushback then and get going, because I mean we're gonna be a lot of guys, and I forgot to tell him. Let me just send him a message. 3 minutes separation.
Yeah.
Please for take off. If you
Are they going to fly on Aveo also, Nico?
Yes, yeah, they all over the place here already.
I only see a few.
Yeah, I think there's
FYM, fly with me, 447 was over my plane. Yeah, okay. I got it.
You got it. Okay, you got it. Yes, runway 5 is a little bit of a backtrack, but if you are light enough and stop quick enough, it shouldn't be an issue.
Starting the push start, you may start engines in sequence.
Start number 2. Ah, no, I'm using the wrong command. Start number 2 engine.
Starting number 2 engine. N2.
If you can stop quick enough. Yep.
Starter cutout.
Start number 1 engine. I learned from the Russian friends. They taught me that trick. Start number 1 engine. Oh my goodness. Linda's struggling. Hold on.
My Zibo crashed because I'm setting up all new.
Peter, you're too soft. I can't hear you.
Starting number 1 engine.
Oh, I'm sorry. My Zibo crashed, so I'm starting up anew. I'm trying to set it up right now again.
Okay, cool.
Out of interest, Nico, would you like to point out to people that due to the air temperature at the airport, do you see how much max fuel you can get in your main wing tanks?
Mac, everybody here was talking to me in my simulator. Say again, what about the tanks?
25 N2.
If you look at the outside air temperature at this airport, if you look at the main fuel tanks, the max fuel in them is limited. It's normally 3,910, isn't it? I'm only getting 3,890.
Okay, no, it's because you put so much fuel in for your route. My one doesn't even fill my center tank or the 2 side
Engine
tanks,
start
Mac.
procedure complete.
Okay, now I'm carrying extra, I'll admit.
Yeah.
The tool is disconnected and the bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left hand side. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Thank you, Mr. Pushback guy. Okay, you're off. There's no reds. There's a red. Hallo Ryan, gaan goed in met jou? 6 knot wind, nothing to write home about. Taxi light can come on. Taxi to the runway. I hope this is part of where I can taxi. I actually don't think so. I don't think so. I think it's a little bit more forward.
Check your Navigraph charts, it will show you.
Well, Mac, that's the thing. That's where I picked up there's a discrepancy between what is obviously going to a parking instead of going to a taxiway.
Okay.
I did. I've just explained it. That's with the moment I opened that chart, I was clear as daylight what I should do.
I'll have a look.
It's funny, just for your information. I started my X-Plane on the wrong default speaker. It's now pushing XP Realistic through my headset. It's surreal having all these sounds now in my ears instead of through the outside speakers. Where's Paul? Mac, have you spoken to him today?
No. No, I haven't.
Okay. Ryan, moenie besluiteloos wees nie man, spring in en vlieg.
Procedure.
Call me through the menu when you are ready.
Before takeoff procedure.
Before takeoff procedure. Before takeoff procedure complete. Ready for before takeoff checklist.
Ja, geniet dit, geniet dit. As dit is wat jy wil doen, doen jy dit.
Operation altitude.
Wait a minute, how many often does this ACARS update, Nika?
I don't know how often it updates. Oops, we did it the same time, me and Linda, thinking the same thing.
Approaching transition.
Nice moon. Swiftly operational, needing to go off. And there we go, we're on our way.
Transition altitude.
Hello, Neil. Hello again.
Make their engine.
Well, you're welcome to tune in. I'm glad you have the time to come back. There we have our flight from there to there. It's one of these skewed dog back leg kind of flight plans. And these are all the guys flying together, the Skymatix VA and Fly With Me VA guys. Welcome again to everybody. I hope you enjoy the flight. So we're 9 guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Huh? Eight guys. I'm counting on my backside. Zoom in, see if we can get a
And
screenshot.
presumably you've got the other ones on the other VA as well, Nico, remember?
Yes. Now I'm counting everybody.
Oh, right, okay.
Three of us and 1, 2, 3, 4 of them.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them.
Flight
3
level
of us, so there's 8.
Landing lights switches off.
Oh, I'm tired. I'm sorry. I can't like my backside.
Huh.
Yep, there's 8 of us. 7 on the ground, me in there.
Operation
Dummy
complete.
dum dum.
Go ahead and set the parking brake.
Yes, Neil, it's nice, man. Nice. Okay, we've got 2 in the air now. Neil, can I show you something quickly? Are you able to have a look quick for a few seconds? For the guys that tuned in late, I'm just using his name because he's a buddy. For the guys that tuned in late, I just want to show you this again. Right, okay. So Antonio's adapted his NOAA weather plugin a little bit for us, okay, and it will now give us a real world weather, and the real world weather is typically what you're going to get from Iveo, Watson, Pilot Edge, Postcon, you know, real world websites and stuff, okay. But because X-plane is currently 2 hours or 1.5 hours, it's between 1.5 and 2 hours behind, and you can see the time difference there in Zulu 1600 versus 1730. So the real world is an hour and a half ahead of us. That creates a discrepancy in the QNH, which is vital for proper VNAV performance. Okay, and what he did was he created this facility for us to actually see the X-plane 12 weather. So when the ATC guy tells you QNH 1019, you need to acknowledge him, obviously, but you need to be conscious of the fact that it's not right. Okay, X-plane 12, there's a problem with the weather, and this is the easiest way to see it, the two METARs next to each other. And you, inside of the X-plane 12 world, needs to use what X-plane 12 has inside. You cannot use the real world stuff. You're going to kill yourself sometimes, I promise you. Mac?
Yeah, that looks a very useful plugin. I like it.
Very nice, Mac. Very nice. He said earlier in the stream here in the text that if I don't crash out, he'll release it the weekend for the guys. You know, so I'm beta testing it for him now.
No, that's a big thumbs up and a thank you
Absolutely.
to the contribution to the community. Big thank you.
Maybe Yeri is now seeing something that I'm not seeing, but he's confusing me now.
Right.
I promise I won't crash out of my own devices, I promise you. Yuri is now making a joke with me. Now, airspeed low. Oh, VNAV isn't on. Whoops. I never noticed that. My mind is in a totally different place. Oops. See, Yuri, your fault.
That's easy.
For those of you that don't know who Yeri is, he is one of the guys who makes all the nice things that you see in this cockpit. And this analog standby gauges that you see over there, that's his baby. And that one he was very proud of when he made that one, eh? That's Yeri. Anyway, for this flight, I'll just keep them there now, why not? Yeah, during the takeoff, mine obviously disconnected as well. I cannot tell you why, but it did happen. And I see it every now and then it does. The VNAV kicks out and then you have to fly it. And I haven't worked out why it does that. Not yet.
Flaps up and set.
is going on here? Um,
Tommy, okay, thanks for stopping by. See you soon and have a good evening. Don't really need the wing lights. Just a bit kinder on the eyes at night. Steve. I don't think I've ever done an LPMA night landing. This is a first for me. So, yeah. We'll see what happens.
To level off.
1,000 to go.
Rob, I think that is true, as far as I know. Speaking under correction, obviously, but yeah. I mean, Madeira is one of the most dangerous airports in the world because of those winds. If you go on YouTube and you search Madeira and you check those cowboy landings there, man, I've got friends who have family there. and they fly there obviously to see them, you know, from time to time. And every time they go, I think to myself, ooh, I hope you don't get a bad weather day to land there, because when you look at those videos, man, your heart and your stomach and everything's going to sit in your throat with some of those landings. It's crazy. Oh yeah, I can imagine.
I'm the black sheep again.
Yeah, no, I told you.
I love to be different.
Yeah, no problem. a night flight like this over open water doesn't leave much to be seen. Any real pilot will tell you flying at night over open water, if there's no reflection and stuff, it is one of the most daunting things you'll ever do. So, we're gonna look down, look at the instruments and enjoy ourselves right here. But I don't see the water, my friend. No ways. It's either not modeled or not very well modeled, but there's no water there. Not from my looking around. Robert, yeah, I hope there's lights. I hope there's some guidance. But I mean, you can use Ian in this scenario to help you, or LNAV, ENAV in the scenario to get you quite close. I mean, it should take you very close. Let's have a look at that RNP chart quickly. This thing is gonna drop you. Sure. Yeah, this thing is probably going to drop you about 400 feet. If I look at this chart, according to what I see here, you're going to have guidance until about 400 feet.
Yeah, Mike Alpha 502.
Say again, Peter?
Mike Alpha 502.
Yes, correct. Now, Mike Alpha 502 is at 390 feet, but the actual go-around is a little bit before that. AGL, it says here 674 feet. That is above the ground. That's a radar altimeter. So that's why I just guessed a little bit more, but obviously not enough. So yeah, it's very close to MA 502. It's going to drop you, then you have to fly manually down. But I mean, then at that point in time, you're going to be facing the runway already. You know, you just need to stay calm. Let me show you. So there's no confusion. So there is MA 502. You do your turn and it puts you almost in line with that runway. Almost in line. It's literally 1 or 2 degrees maybe away. I mean, if you can't see the runway there, you're in trouble. Then you can't land there. So yeah, we've got guidance until just before MA 502. Just before that. We will still have lateral guidance, but not vertical. The vertical guidance stops. You'll see there's MA 502. Let me show you the chart again. See, there's MA 502, but we've already disconnected. Now, if you look here, your radar altitude is 674. That is your decision height, decision altitude right there. So, yeah, it's just before. While we are here, we might as well set up, I suppose. And it's a DA, so we don't have to add anything. It is fine. But it needs to be on a DA, on the RNP 2.0. You know what, we can get closer. Let me put that up again. In the Zibo, we can actually do this. In the PMDG, you can't do this. So we're going to change our RNP. So we're going to go down to 520, which is even better, very much better. 520. I tried the other day in the PMDG to change it and it just said, not changing. So, let's go do this. Wait, one. Right, there we go. Done. Now we're going to fly it that way. Right. So to use either LNAV, VNAV or Ian, we're gonna go down to 600. I'm gonna turn the dial down to 600 because we don't want to go below 520. A600, that will be our turning point, not there. Who wants to say something? I heard something in the background here. Peter?
Oh, sorry. I was leaning on the key.
But yeah, I tried. I couldn't change it. I'll try again when I fly it again. I just couldn't. I think it was when we were flying into Queenstown. I just couldn't change it. It didn't want to listen to me. But that was before the latest fix. Maybe they fixed it. Who knows? I'll go have to try it. Now, let's get this thing going. Look at this. Now we've got the same QNH. Interesting. What's an hour difference? One zero eight. Go. One 2.2. That's VONCI. And we want 49 a year. And let's see the actual runway. Actual runway is also 49. Okay. Alright. So that alignment is actually closer to what we think. Fly with me 93 is turned around. I wonder why. I wonder why. Oh, he says he's doing it for separation. Okay.
By the way, you know this world tour that's going on, Mika? There's actually a fixed base 737 flight sim based not too far away from me that's flying.
Okay.
think it's the one to Bristol.
I'll just cockpit for a minute.
Top of descent's getting closer. But from my perspective, it looks like you are way ahead, Peter.
Yeah, I made some route modifications.
Okay. Well, Krista, that's going to be fun because then we're all going to pile up there at the end of the runway until tomorrow morning that a tug can come and pull the aircraft off the runway.
Point. Let's have a look. I'll tell you, Nico, that's interesting.
What's that, Mac?
If you actually look at the computer utilization for Navigraph charts, it's very low.
Okay. That's good.
232 megabytes of memory. CPUs is negligible, which means it's not interfering with performance at all. Brilliant.
We love that.
So at the end, I see we did look like we're 9 guys. Nine guys flying.
Well, it will be interesting to fit into that.
probably not showing up Lego because I'm not on Iveo and I'm on the other Skymatix VA site.
That's fine, Mac. No problem. Thanks, buddy. And with X-Plane 12, ooh. We'll see.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
And I'm getting tired now as well. It's a bit late for me to really fly, to concentrate, but I'll give it a good go.
You can do it.
I will try. I think I need to just get eye drops. Just give my eyes a bit of a boost.
Wow.
Okay, and you know how it goes, right? Every time you're looking for something, you can't find it. And when you don't look for it, it is always in your way. So I think coffee would be the answer then. That's my second choice. I'll be back shortly just to go grab some coffee quickly. Hello, Thunder. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, we'll talk when I come back just now.
Ready for descent procedure. Steve Mayer donated £8.99 through SuperChat. Just a little something for your continued help and information to us all.
Approach top of descent.
Okay guys, I'm back. Sorry, it took a little while longer. There was no water in the kettle, and then by the time everybody heard the kettle was going, I had to make drinks for everybody. So yeah, note to self, get coffee before the stream starts. Right.
It's a good question, Nico.
Yes.
Why did you decide to go the approach you're doing and not via Monarch?
Mac, I was playing with this new Navigraph literally 2 minutes after it was released. Okay. And as I was clicking, I just liked the way it looked. There's no technical reason, I just liked the way it looked, so I just took it.
No, it's fine. It would reduce your mileage, that was all.
Yeah. Right, so let's get back. Steve, a little something for your continued help and information. Thank you, my friend, much appreciated. That's going to go directly to the purchase of my new computer if I can get there now. I'm really having trouble with the salespeople. It's not easy dealing with them, so yeah, it's coming, so I'll put some fuel in the car with that money or something to go get it. I don't know, we'll make a plan. Thank you so much, I appreciate it. Robert, I was not, but Linda was. You see, I'm very fortunate tonight. Linda is not asleep. She's actually, look, she's scanning. She's checking what's happening. Huh? She's wide awake. Jeroen. Jeroen, no, there's no fix yet. Because nobody has access to the weather system. Even the NOAA weather plugin doesn't have that slider where you can tune down the turbulence. Unfortunately, you're gonna have to physically take control of the aircraft and fly it. That's what I do. Zibo has actually watched me do it, and his comment afterwards was that the turbulence is very excessive. You know, simple comment, but it's true. It's crazy, it's stupid. But anyway, so my best advice is just fly it, disconnect and fly it. So yes, we are doing a not that fast a descent, but it's going. Look, we're going to fly towards the island, then we're going to turn to the right. We're going to hit that VOR, then we're going to turn back to the left, do that kind of a teardrop circle, semicircle to land. And you know, it should be enough track miles and I mean, we are way below VNAV path, which is a problem. It's not supposed to be like this. This is also wrong, but whoop-de-daw, we should be okay. Jeroen, you didn't see the beginning of the stream, did you? There's something I want to show you if you did not see the beginning of the stream. Thunder, same for you. I want to show you the same thing. So I hope you guys are still watching. So I'm going to show you. The NOAA weather plugin was augmented and modified by Antonio here, one of our buddies here on Discord. Clever little man. Well, I don't know how little he is, so it's just figure of speech. But anyway, don't forget about that. The fact of the matter is, I've put a little shortcut here that gives me the little pop-up, and I can now do a weather request from here. And it actually shows me the real world weather, and it shows me the weather currently in X-Plane. Alright, and what is important to note is that you have to use the X-Plane weather. You are in a self-contained world that doesn't know our world exists, so you can't use the top line at all, unfortunately, and this is up to Laminar to fix it. You'll see the time difference is between 1 hour and 2 hours depending on the download interval and things. Alright, so he said if I don't crash out tonight, because I'm beta testing it for him, he'll release it sometime maybe over the weekend, the coming weekend, and then you guys can have the same tool, because it's very important for any aircraft to have the correct QNH. At this time we are very lucky, it's the same QNH, it's the same temperature. The winds are a little bit different, you know, but whoop-de-wah. So yeah, this is something that I think is invaluable. As long as you understand it and use it correctly, you'll be fine in X-Plane 12, but it still doesn't give you the ability to pull down the slider for the turbulence, unfortunately. Yes, Selim, I'll check you there on the map. We're all good. How are you guys doing on your side? I see
Out of
you.
interest,
Yeah.
out of interest, Nico, I've just noticed that in the X-Plane 12, you know the TR, TR2, TR3 gauges, they're all reading values now.
Okay. Suppose that is excellent.
Well, it's a move forward. It's something I know just wasn't working
Previously, yes.
previously.
Yeah, that's excellent.
Saves Zibo having to fix it.
Yeah.
Sorry, I broke your train of thought just then.
No problem. I'm busy. What I'm doing, Mac, with Selim talking to me here, I just quickly added the whole VA on their side as friends. So when you look at the picture, you'll see all the buddies are now in blue. I'm in yellow because it's me. That's just how the program works, you know.
Yeah.
But you know, now we can at least see everybody involved in one go. Let's take a quick screenshot.
And there's somebody else taking the route I am, are they? North of you.
There's two. That's Peter and one of their guys.
Yeah. I'm also up there.
Okay. Yeah, well, you know, just not on highway, so we can't see you, but cool. That means we are quite a few guys flying. It means we're 10 guys flying. Yeah, welcome to the family, Selim. We must do this more often, fly together. My flights are always listed in our Discord, so if you guys are ever looking, you know, for a flight to join, just come to my Discord, check where we're at. Yeah, depending on how close you get, Christer, you're definitely going to get some warning. Hello, David. Yes, I am. Hope you are well too. Steve, you're looking for me. Sorry. Yeah, the kettle was taking too long.
You might want to put your weather radar on, Nico.
Weather is on, sir. Weather is on my side and terrain is on the other side.
Okay. I'm getting indications that you're not getting.
Okay.
Okay. Maybe you're lower down than Mark. You're down at 14,000 feet. You're underneath it. It's okay. Understand it now.
It was earlier, Antonio. Let's have a look, see. Avitab airport. Cancel. LPMA. Just refresh it. And control M. Yeah, it's the same as the explain 12 one. When it isn't, I just press that refresh button and then it comes up the same. So it's your code is working to push it in there. Yeah. Well, it's not exactly the same. Look there. There's a kind of a discrepancy. Look, it is old. Let's refresh it again. It is a bit old. Sorry, I missed that. Yeah, this is not exactly the same. Antonio, I apologize. Because the back end looked the same or similar, I didn't notice that. Look, the front end, the time and the wind, that's the same, everything's the same. It's just the wind there, and obviously the reading of the meter that time is not the same. And earlier when I clicked this, it actually updated. Now it doesn't seem to update.
Just gonna go and look at Windy, see what that says. Because Navigraph is showing the latest as 1830 Zulu.
Yes, that's true. If you look at my screen, the NOAA one is also 1830 Zulu, but in Explain we're an hour behind.
Yeah, I'm just going to go and look on Windy and see.
Dave, what do you mean when you expand the outside frame? The internal doesn't seem to take up. Okay, well, I'll go try it just now and we'll see just now. Give me a second. Let's just quickly check the weather in the FMC for Antonio's benefit there.
Right.
Oh, I clicked the wrong one. GMMN.
Right.
Oh,
Meta was updated 32 minutes ago, Nika.
Gotcha.
Wind variable 2 knots. Visibility 10 knots, clouds few 1500, temperature 21, QNH 1018.
Gotcha, Antonio. Yeah, Mac. All right, now let's look at this one. This one now says, this is now in the Zibo mod. This one is now at 1130 Zulu. This is completely wrong. That's so strange. Earlier today, this was perfect. Now look, it's completely wrong.
Well, that's the 19th.
Yeah, that too. That's I don't know where that comes from. That's a weird one. And I hope you're making notes. I don't know. This morning, this was working. Just worked. LPMA. Send it again.
Approaching transition.
Yeah, it's the 19th. I don't know. This is like last month. It's a month old almost. This morning it was working. Yeah, you can say that again. At least this widget is working. This thing is perfect. I love it.
It's not picking up the latest meta.
Yeah. I won't even bother to use the EFB for weather. Promise you that. I've never ever used it for weather, and this one I only use when I remember that it does it. So it's not very often. When I have actual weather available inside or outside the aircraft, I mean, it's a habit. You just go there. You don't necessarily use the FMC or anything else. And if I have that widget, what's easier to press Control M to bring it up? You know, nothing. It's magnificent. I won't check anywhere else for weather until such time as we get X-Enviro or Active Sky or something. I mean, this will be
that
the absolute
message
top.
that you got in the FMC must be coming from that widget, because I'm getting no metadata at all here.
Yeah, the widget doesn't give weather. The widget reads from the plugin. So,
Yeah, but what I'm getting is that's got to be something you're picking up from the plugin rather than.
Yeah. Anyway, okay, it's not important right now. I need to start concentrating.
Okay.
Robert, I'm not exactly sure what you're alluding to, but I mean, in this instance, the QNH is the same. The rest isn't quite the same. At least the temperature is the same. Dew point's not the same. We can't use in X-Plane 12 when you use real weather. You cannot use real weather meter. You can't use that. You have to use what is in X-Plane 12, because this is the world that we live in. That does not exist. X-Plane doesn't know about it. It doesn't care about it. The Zibo doesn't know about it. The Tollus doesn't know about it. Nothing. Nobody knows about that thing. Every aircraft looks at this. Okay? And if they don't, they're going to be either too high or too low, and they're going to crash or float over the airport. So that's why the widget is so important. Christer, at your own peril, my friend, you can't do that, because if it's an hour or 2 hours different and the QNH is not the same, you're not going to have the correct VNAV path or glide slope. It just won't work. Yeah, but remember, the meter is taken at the airport, but it's not taken here. We're still high. There's the airport down there. That's where the meter is taken. It's not the same. With X-Plane having all these different weather layers now, winds and stuff, it's 2,000 foot makes a difference. It does, unfortunately, but in X-Plane it does, because they haven't settled this weather model is really harsh right now. Trust me, it can do anything. It is so unpredictable. You have no idea what's going to hit you once you get down there. Remember, this is still early access, and exactly. Antonio, it's not a finished job. If this is their idea of a finished job, a lot of people are going to cry. It won't work. Anyway, so guys, I need to concentrate. Let's quickly start slowing down, getting ready to land, and all these other nice things.
Radio altimeter.
Oh, buddy. Thank you, Pina Colada. And I do apologize, guys. Talking too much. I never filled in the blanks for landing here, so I'm not broadcasting on Unicom. I do apologize. And there is an aircraft coming in now.
Ready for landing checklist.
Well, I've slowed down to the best of my ability. Interesting. Yep. And that's why I immediately started to slow down. Thank you. Go for auto brake. Cool. Yeah, so Lim, I can't. I'm got my hands full.
Taxi lights on.
Where is he going? Is he not landing? He was supposed to land.
Thunder 95 donated 15 Canadian dollars through SuperChat. A little more to help with the new computer purchase.
Thank you, Thunder. Appreciate it, man.
500. Approaching decision height. Minimums.
500. Clear to land runway 05.
Yo, look at this runway. And this is default. I don't have add-ons in 12 for this one.
400.
We'll have to ask Harry to actually make it for us.
300.
Think rate. Think rate.
200.
Think rate. Think rate.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
And now? Can you believe it? I get stutters here right at the end.
Reverse unlock.
That was not really nice. That was a terrible hiccup there at the end. Man, my heart almost sank there. Yeah, Thunder, thank you so much. It's gonna help a lot.
You're very welcome.
come on. Thank you, buddy. That's very possible. Very possible. Selim, we didn't really do a briefing before the flight, but if you guys ever look at our streams, what we do is when we are so close, so that guy, number 123, what should have happened is he should have landed and he should have rolled through to the end. I go for full brakes, full auto brake, and then I stop short. And that way, we literally fit in everybody on the runway. So next time we fly, I think what we need to do is all get together and have a bit of a chat and just, you know, agree on what we're going to do in a conflict situation similar to what we just had. Peter, are you going to stop now or must I follow you the whole time?
Yeah, I'm going to stop now.
Okay, because I thought you were going to park with your nose out, so it's fine. Get the thing. Right, like as long.
It was acting up a little bit.
No, I can't hear you, Peter.
The Zibo is acting up a little bit, so that's why I'm drunk.
Okay. And now I'm acting up. I didn't think I was gonna run away like that, and I did. Alright, anyway, I'm gonna park right here. Interesting. Right, let's check the guys come in. Oops. You even parked better than me, man.
Those poor ground crew, all those landing lights and taxi lights still on.
Yeah, it's the runway turn off lights. The taxi and landing is actually off, Mac.
Okay.
$15 over here. Okay, cool. I'll swap my card, don't worry. Johan Jacobs, dankie my maat. Baie dankie, ek waardeer. You see, look how the guys are now coming in. Man, this is lovely. Let's see on the map.
Johan Jacobs donated 35 South African rands through SuperChat.
Is the next pilot coming in?
Yeah, but number 14 has to backtrack.
Ah, number 14 can backtrack. It's not a problem. If he hurries up, he'll be off. Ach ja, no, he's at the turn off.
Where's the other one?
He's coming, but it's okay.
No, that's okay.
Probably missing. Yeah, I don't see it either. We must ask old Hyrie to upgrade the X-Plan 11 scenery again to explain 12. I'll send him a message when I can remember tomorrow. Ask him to please do it for us.
That's a nice number. 1, 2, 3.
Hmm.
It was a bit of a stressful landing because he left me a little bit high.
Mm.
So like Cecil says, you have to fly the plane.
To take a screenshot in X-Plane 12 is shift and spacebar, right?
At least that's what it is in X-Plane 11.
Okay, let's try it.
Yeah, it works the same.
I don't know if I messed it up or not, if it will still work. Let's have a go.
How will you put it in output?
Yeah, I'm looking for it now. I think I might have changed my assignment. Take a screenshot, shift and space. No, it's there. There's nothing in output. Why? It's not taking it. Oh, hang on. There's a specific screenshot folder now. Okay, got it.
Oh, there's a separate screen folder.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. In X-Plane 11, it just put it in output, but now there's a actual folder for it.
He's gonna park over me.
No, it's not. He's too clever for that.
He's drunk.
No, I think the whole taxi line system or something here must probably be in need of repairs.
Yeah, but we also had problems with stopping at the right time, etc. So
yes,
there's something weird going on.
It could be that the friction on, there's the other two guys coming. The friction on the apron is probably not high enough, good enough. You know, you can set the friction of the floor underneath your feet. You know.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he's parking nicely. Going back on reverse.
Yeah, he's not me. He's not me.
It's a 700, isn't it?
No idea. I didn't check.
Nice to see all together.
Mm. Yeah, I'm just sorry. I do apologize to the guys that I didn't use Unicom, but my hands were full. Trying to do the stream, concentrate and talk and do everything at the same time. I was not prepared.
We should have a mixed Discord channel.
Yeah.
Plane coming in. Nice landing.
Very nice, very nice.
Hello again.
Hello.
How are you guys?
All right, thank you. How are you doing?
Yeah, good, thanks, good. That was fun.
Yeah.
Regarding the Fly With Me 1, 2, 3, I have no idea what happened with him. I think we lost him on Discord anyway, so I have no clue what's going on.
Okay, I sent you a message. I did apologize to him here on the stream, and I want you to tell him the same. My hands were full. I couldn't use Unicom. Okay, so we have a standard practice when we do group flights. When we are in a tight situation like that, and you would have seen it now on my stream as well, the last two guys coming in had the same. We land after each other. We don't care if we're on the runway. So the guy in front goes to like auto brake 1 and he rolls through, and the guy at the back goes auto brake 4 and he brakes hard. You understand? So then we don't get into each other's way and we can accommodate each other. So next time when we fly together, because I believe we're going to do this lots more, I hope we can, then we must just stick to kind of basic ideas like that, you know, to accommodate everybody, because we don't all have the same cost index, we don't all have the same flight route, you know, all these things does create the situation. And the poor guy had to do a go around and then try again, because he was like 5 miles in front of me. He could have comfortably landed with me braking hard behind him, but I think he was accommodating me at his own expense. You understand? So I don't mind, and I hope he doesn't mind. We must just do it differently next time, you know, to accommodate everyone.
Yeah, absolutely, Nico. That's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
But as you said, yeah, I'm really up for it for another group fly. Maybe more to come. That was great flying with you. Well, maybe next time we should maybe do some kind of briefing.
Yes.
In case if this happen or this happen or this
I
happen,
think so.
what we can do, what we can't do. Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, absolutely. I said earlier, my flights are all listed here in, you know, in this channel. We are now 2 channels up, so it says there, my planned flights. If you look just above our heads there, it's 4 channels up here in Discord. So you'll get a good idea of when I fly, when I don't fly. The events, if you just scroll down under the IVAO heading, you'll see there's an events channel. You can list your events there if you want to advertise when you guys are flying, you know, together. And then we must just talk, you know, and come to some arrangement, you know, who follows who, when, where, all these other things.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we are all open for any suggestions. I mean, mainly we fly every Tuesday. That's when most people are available. So as I said, today it wasn't a lot. Normally, we'll say at least 8. We went up once to 18. That was absolutely amazing.
Oh yes.
Hopefully we can get together to like maxed out like we see on the Fly with Governor, like maybe 25, 30. Why not?
100%.
I mean, yeah, that's good.
100%. Right, okay, well, we're still waiting for the last 2 guys. I'm still running my stream, and you guys can have a review afterwards.
Thanks, Nico.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you for your invitation, and thanks for flying with. There were guys flying that were not on IVAO that are flying with, believe it or not. But at least we had 10 people on the radar, you know, that I know of. So it was a nice group flight. Thank you for that.
No, thank you for you know, flying with us. As I said, I always got soft spot for Zibo.
Yeah.
As I told you earlier, and I thought I would like to fly with Nico and the group. yeah, and it was good. And hopefully we can do more group flights together.
Sure.
And we do all kind of like I don't know, hard airport, like dangerous airport, whatever.
Yeah, Toncontin, my friend, Toncontin. Toncontin, Paro, and Queenstown. If you can land, and then the other one whose name I can't remember, it's there in the Andes as well. Those four, if you can land on those four, you're a pilot, man. We'll get you there. We'll take you.
Trust me, we trained on that already.
Good. Good.
So
good,
yeah,
good.
we've landed many times on Paro. There's other few airports. We do like challenges, you know. We have a bit of love as well for the people who fail or get like hard landing. We start laughing at them. It's kind of fun, you know.
Yeah, 100%. Dave, stick around. Let's watch the last guy land quickly, and then you and I can get into Avitab. Are you talking Avitab as a plugin, or are you talking Avitab as the plugin inside the Zibo EFB? Which one are you referring to? Yes, Salam, that's a nice one. But there's one, man, I need to go find the name. There's one in the Andes. It's a very wide runway. And I promise you, you come over a ravine and you land on that runway. And I always land hard because you misjudge the runway, the way it's depicted in the simulator. You literally misjudge it. And that's what makes it so hard, because it's also a high altitude airport. And in most cases during the summer, you've got a problem with density altitude. So a couple of things to take into perspective then, to take into account. It is. Krister, give me a second. Let's see if I can find it quickly. It's somewhere there in the Andes, towards the top somewhere. It's. I think it's in Peru. Not sure. So when I zoom in, Quito. I think it's Quito. Quito. I'll have to double check. Don't, fight with me if it's not Quito. But in Quito, if that's the same one, I think so. So that's a silly airport to land at, silly runway, because it's part of the high altitude tour. Yes, Krister. So I can look it up there, but I think it's Quito. It's strange because you come in via the mountains and you're flying there on RNP 0.1, and you have to keep your speed down. It's a very interesting approach, and then you go over that ravine and you have to land. And I promise you, I always land hard because they land A340s and things there. So the runway is very wide, and it messes up your perspective. We are so used to landing on a standard runway that when you get one that's more narrow or one that's more wider, the whole flare works differently, and you work for it, otherwise you just land hard 500-600 foot a minute, and you don't expect it. You just don't expect it. Anyway, gentlemen, let's quickly see if we can get a screenshot here of all the musketeers together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 of us. Some of the other guys seem to have quit. There's another guy.
Another 8. 9. 9th is coming in.
Nico, if you don't mind me, I've got a question regarding Zibo. The FPS dropped so bad. I mean, like severe. I used to get on Zibo like 38, 40. Now we're like fighting to get 20.
Nothing in the Zibo changed. In the last 2 or 3 years, nothing in the Zibo mod changed significantly enough to drop FPS. In fact, with all the C++ code that was added, it should be better. It should be more smoother. So what I would suggest is go to a standard X-plane airport and go check your settings and stuff there, check your FPS, and then you're gonna have to hunt for scenery or weather add-ons that is interfering. So which X-plane, by the way, are we talking? 11 or 12?
11.
11, yeah. So my
Nico,
money...
remember, Nico,
my
remember, I have the same, eh?
Sorry, say again, Peter?
Do you remember? I have the same.
Yes, yes. But my money is on scenery or weather or something like shaders. Okay, those are the three big things. Then the other thing is, when's the last time you updated your C++? Because C++ you need to update 3 or 4 times a year. Okay, because that could also influence it, because the Zibo needs the C++. So you have to get the latest runtime that goes up to 2022. I think it starts at 2015 up to 2022 in one runtime. So you need to check that. And then check your sliders. Anti-aliasing, keep it at 2.0. Don't lift it higher than 2.0. You're going to get FPS hits. Okay? And that's about it. That's what I can just quickly think of.
Lovely. Yeah, I will try. I think my C++ is up to date, but I will check that out.
100%. I'll show you just now. Dave, you're asking me all the nice questions tonight. Let me quickly file my flight for the VA, and then I'll show you everything. Have you ever heard of the Zibo install guide?
Yes, I did. Yeah, I follow all the instructions and.
Okay. All right. I'm actually asking Dave. But yes,
No,
thank you for
sorry.
answering. No problem. Thank you for answering. Let me show you guys. Let me show you guys. I'm going to quickly just disconnect here from my VAO. So, Zibo install guide for explain 12.
Sorry to interrupt. I'm just gonna go back to the guys who just called me. I will keep following. I don't know. Are you gonna still be on live?
I'm going to probably be here for another 5 minutes.
Okay, cool. Right, we'll keep in touch, Zibo. That was a really pleasure flying with you. Thank you very much for accepting the invite, and hopefully we fly together soon.
100%.
Thank you all.
I'll tell
Thank you all.
Zibo you send your regards as well. Thank you so much. Enjoy yourself.
you.
Bye.
You take care, guys. Thank you very much.
Okay, so let's quickly see Adobe. There we go. All right, so there's your Zibo install guide for Explain 12. If you scroll down a little bit. Where is it? Why am I not seeing it? Why am I not seeing it? Basic prerequisites. There you go. There's your link. So if we copy the link in here, I'll put it into the stream for you. Oh, I lost my stream. How did I lose my stream? Hang on. I need to go find it. There's the stream. Yeah, it's easy to scan over things and to say to yourself, oh, I've done this, and then something like this bites you, just one little paragraph. So there's the link. Okay, and for the guys having access problems to the Zibo Google Drive, there's the right link. There's the updated link. This one will overwrite your cookie settings and stuff and give you access, because for some reason it's very difficult for people to just follow those few lines to fix it on their site. So I created a new link there and you can grab it there. It's same thing. Right, so that is the Zibo install guide. All right, if you go to Google and you type in Zibo install guide, it will be the first hit and you'll get it from my actual forum page. All right, I need to find you now again. All right, okay, so talk to me, Dave, in in terms of AviTab, are we talking the plug-in, the actual AviTab, or are we talking the AviTab embedded in the Zibo EFB? Can you talk me through this? Thank you, Christopher, for watching.
Bye, Christopher.
Okay, just make sure it's the latest Explain 12.1 because a lot of things changed, Dave. Just FYI, just make sure. Okay. Also, if you follow the link here, it's cool. So tell me. Okay, so you're talking here. Okay. Now, which charts are we talking? Are we talking Navigraph? Let me go back to your question. Hold on. So the plugin on the plugin tabs. Right, so let's go LPMA. Okay, are you are talking about like the airport charts, right? I see what you mean. Is this what you mean? You start getting a border. You see, so it expands in a certain ratio. You see, so depending on which side you pull, you're going to get a border, pull or push. Don't know if that's what you mean. Right. So we basically have to pull it by an ear and move it in a certain ratio. Otherwise you get a border. Okay, does that help? And now on this side, I mean, you can just zoom in and out, zoom in and out. Do you see how I move it? I move it in a ratio. So I move it to the one side and then I move it down. Then I move it up and I have to bring it in. It's a question of a two-axis plane. You can't just move it in one axis because then the ratio will not change. So if I do this, I have to bring it down or I need to expand it to the side, then it fits. Hope it helps my explanation.
Well, Nico and all the other guys, thanks for flying. It was fun.
Yeah, thank you for flying with Peter. Yeah, you must have a really good day for the rest of your day. Whatever you do.
Yeah. I will. Same to you, and rest well. Speak to you soon.
100%.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Right,
Bye.
so... Huh?
Oh, I have a question for Mac trying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that okay? Or should we wait for the stream to end?
As long as it's not personal.
It's very personal. No. No, it isn't. No, I was looking at the hardware again, and I'm trying to decide to go for AMD or for Intel for the CPU.
It's completely open at the moment. There isn't enough reviews. I would wait for Mr. Brown to do his processor.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. And then again, I have to make the decision if I go for DDR5 or 4.
Right. And I would definitely, if you've got to buy a new motherboard, consider going. If you've got to buy RAM and you're not going to use existing RAM, if you're going to buy new RAM, definitely go DDR5 because your next update is going to be DDR5 anyway.
Yeah.
And DDR5 RAM has dropped in price quite a bit in the last week or two. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw. And I've got DDR4 now, so it depends what I will do with my old machine.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's like Nico. He's going to pass his machine on to his son, so he's got to buy new memory. There's no point in buying memory that he won't be able to use on his next motherboard.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
So that's my thinking. The 1370K is looking very promising from what I've read so far, but there's not sufficient assessment against or review against the AMD ones. Now, it may well be that at the end of the day, X-Plane may benefit from Intel and 2020 may benefit from AMD. It's one of those stupid games.
Yeah.
It's like the video card. X-Plane's using Vulkan, whereas 2020 is using
DirectX.
whatever.
Yeah, 11 and 12.
12, yeah. So, it could come down to different hardware suits different simulations.
Yeah, but I cannot find any or much reviews on the 1370.
There's one or two out starting. It will be sufficient. Depends what you want the computer for. Nico's thinking more business computer. But if you're going to use things like Blender and all the rest of it, where you want significant number of cores, then you're probably pushed on the Intel range to go 1390. But if it's purely for gaming, or predominantly that's where its hard work is, then you should get away with the 1370. It'll run slightly cooler. The 1390 takes a lot of cooling. Remember, if you're ever envisaging putting a 4000 series graphics card in, they're a lot longer. So when it comes to choosing a case, you've got to be careful.
Yeah.
Also, the new graphics cards, there's a new standard out for power supplies. It's not imperative to get it. Corsair are going to supply a cable which will give 4 feeds from 4 connectors will come up to a 1 connector for the graphics card.
Yeah.
There are so many things, and there is no right and wrong at the moment.
No, that's why I was picking your brain for an opinion, because I'm reading a lot of reviews, etc., etc., etc.
Yeah.
And I don't think I will go for the 4000 series yet.
No. Well, it's be interesting to see when the 4080 16 gigabyte comes out in a few days.
Yeah.
But that, I mean, if you've already got a 3000 graphics card, it probably isn't beneficial to pay all that money.
No. I'm right now. I'm on AMD 5700.
Yeah, that is seen to work, I think, quite well in 2020, but the in X-Plane, AMD isn't so hot.
No, it's struggling. It's struggling.
Mm.
My flight simulator, my card is struggling.
Yeah, I mean that's my general findings at the moment.
No, I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm at the same. I'm in the same direction. Yeah.
And I actually see. I think Antonio's agreeing with me in the chat here as well.
Yeah. Well, I've now looked at my computer specs, or the idea I have. We are limited by two things in this country. The first one is stock availability. There's very limited stock. So you've got like three options in a normal computer range. And the moment you go beyond those three options, you get to the ultra high end, which is just as good as buying a new car. It's crazy what these things cost here. So I've settled for top of the range in the middle class kind of a thing. It's going to cost me an arm and a leg, and it's got to last for business and pleasure for the next 5 to 7 years. This computer I'm using right now is 7 years old, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's just getting old now, and it needs to be replaced. And
DDR5 memory is becoming quite much more freely available. The speeds are climbing. Most of the 790 motherboards, the maximum default speed without overclocking is 5,600. The motherboard availability, there are so many motherboards that have been advised will be released, but there's still no supplies. So motherboards are in short supply unless you choose one of those that's already released. It's just a case of picking your moment.
yeah,
unfortunately, if you're not,
I'm very
if you're
tempted
not,
to go for the 3060, the NVIDIA card.
if you can get the TI version, you're probably better.
Yeah, both available here. Yeah.
Yeah. The TI is significantly quicker. If you do go onto a website and put in RTX 360 V RTX 360 Ti and do a comparison check. The only thing I've got against the cards is they're only 8 gigabytes of VRAM. I think the 360
it's got 12. It's got 12.
It's got 12, yeah.
You've got 8, and the TI is also using
now,
more power.
That's my only reservation at the moment with Guard X-Plane is I think it's going to be quite hungry on VRAM. Now, the driver and how it's tuned in X-Plane, it'll work on an 8 gigabyte, no doubt. But if you want to tweak up all your levels, then VRAM is probably needs to come into your equation when making a choice.
Yeah.
I have an 8 gig card right now, and I don't have the sliders very much on the high end. It's in the middle somewhere, and it's using 6.5 gig now on the VRAM.
Yeah, that's where I'm coming from, you see. Now, if you start buying a 1 or 2 or putting 1 or 2 airport sceneries in and things like this,
exactly.
I just don't know. It could be getting, quite... I'm not saying I'm right, and you've got to look at value for money, because there's no point paying £500 just to get 2 FPS. That's crazy. So yeah, you just got to see what you can do. That's all.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, let's call it a night. You guys are welcome to stick around and talk more. I need to go.
I have to go to bed also. Yeah.
Okay,
Well, we can talk. If you can join Discord, we can talk in there anyway.
Okay, cool. Cheers, guys. Stay well, Dave. Enjoy, and thanks for stopping by. Everybody else, have a good evening or afternoon wherever you are in this world. And we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.